Alexandria Grace. If you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe. I hope you're all well and kind of getting prepared to start back in school or in uni, or to start uni completely in September. This video is in collaboration with First Rate Tutors. They have their own YouTube channel and they basically create a load of content helping people to revise different subjects and different topics for their GCSEs or for their A-levels. And I know a lot of people who watch me are either doing their GCSEs or going into sixth form or about to do their A-levels, so definitely check them out if you want some revision material. I'll leave their YouTube channel link in the description below. So they have just sent me a few questions that they wanted to ask me about studying, education, going to King's, nursing. There's just 5 questions that I'm going to answer, so I'm just going to get straight into it. The first question is, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? I would say energetic, sometimes, empathetic, and thoughtful. I think I would use those 3 words. I'm quite bubbly, like I like to be around people and kind of, you know, have a good time. I would say empathetic because I guess that's kind of a trait that you have to have when you're training to be a nurse. And I think just naturally I am someone that feels other people's emotions very deeply, as well as my own emotions, which is a blessing and a curse, I guess, because sometimes it can make me very emotional. I think it just makes me a better person and allows me to understand people a lot better, which I think is a positive trait. I had to pause the video for a second because I forgot what I was saying. Well, I would say that I'm thoughtful because I'm someone that pays attention to detail about anything, and I like to kind of make things personal to other people. I like to do things for other people. I like to make other people feel good and feel happy, so yeah, I would say thoughtful. You've said you're an academic who really thrived, especially with written subjects like English. English and humanities topics are very different to children's nursing, which seems more scientific. Yeah, that's true. So what inspired you to study children's nursing in King's College London? So I won't go into great detail as I've already kind of mentioned things about that before, but I think I just wanted a change. I think nursing suits my personality very well. As I've said, like, I'm quite thoughtful, I'm empathetic, I care a lot about other people, so I thought it was very suited to me as a person. As I say, like, I describe myself as an academic because I like to learn. I like to kind of put effort into learning new things, so picking up the kind of scientific side of nursing and the actual physical skill side of nursing wasn't that difficult, because I feel like I can, with hard work, adapt quite well to different situations. So obviously it was a challenge. It was something that's very different because a lot of people who are on my course have come from backgrounds that are related to nursing, or they studied things that were linked to nursing, and obviously I didn't, and a lot of people were in my situation as well. But I think you just have to make the most of the situation, and I've done really well. I'm really happy with how I did in first year. Putting in the work and just being really dedicated and passionate made the transition from doing humanities subjects to doing a science-based degree not as difficult as I thought it would be. Number 3, King's College London is a really competitive university to apply for. Any words of advice for students in year 12 and year 13 aspiring to enter KCL on how to succeed in applying to this university? To be honest, I think it really depends on the subject that you're applying for. Obviously, I can only speak for children's nursing. If you're wanting to study nursing, then make sure that you have relevant experience. I know it's kind of hard to get experience now because of coronavirus, and obviously lots of help, like hospitals and stuff, are probably not offering work experience at the moment, but I would probably say just do extra reading, read nursing articles, or read articles around the subject you want to study, watch TED Talks about the subject you want to study, do extra online courses. Literally, there's so much stuff on the internet, like, that you can use and talk about in your personal statement that don't require work experience. And obviously they're going to have to be more considerate that a lot of people won't have work experience because of coronavirus, so it's not the end of the world, but you just have to make sure your personal statement is tight. You will write so many drafts of it, and that is how you get the perfect one. You need to sell yourself in a way that's not cocky, and your teachers will help you with that. And obviously you have to get the grades. Every subject has a different grade requirement, particularly if you're studying something that has really high grade requirements. You're going to need to put in the work. Putting in the work into your actual subjects, and then planning ahead as to what will make the admissions team of the university or of King's really kind of drawn to you because you want to stand out and you want to kind of prove to them that you're the right person for the course. And I think the only way that you can really do that initially, before you've got your grades, before they meet you in person, is through your personal statement. So do as much research into writing a personal statement as you can. Particularly do research into writing personal statements for your specific subject, because obviously every subject is different. Every subject requires different things. So just be prepared, do your research, and make sure you get the grades you need to get into King's, and you should be fine. Obviously, it's a Russell Group uni. It is very competitive, but if you've got your mind set on something and you know that you're capable of getting somewhere, then you can get there. You just have to manifest and work hard. Number 4, what is one of the common misconceptions or stereotypes of nursing that you found really isn't true as a student of children's nursing? There's quite a few. I think just to name one, I don't think I could just name one. I think the biggest one is probably that being a student nurse means your life is over. Like, you can't do what normal university students do. You can't, party, live your best life. Like, you can't have time for anything else, and that is not true. It's all about time management at the end of the day. I think people sell nursing or studying nursing as a degree as something that is just really debilitating. It's time consuming. I mean, it is time consuming, but like, you have to learn to manage your time, otherwise you're just going to break down. So it is possible to do normal uni student things, to go out, to make friends. Like, you can still maintain friendships or relationships and things like that and be social and still study. Like, it is possible. I think it's only not possible if you make it impossible. And I think another main one is a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions of nursing as being a career or a degree that's not very intellectual, and that is a load of rubbish. That a lot of people do have that kind of stereotype or like misconception around nursing, and they think that, oh, because you're not a doctor or you're not studying for how many years, that it's not very intellectual. It is so complicated. It involves chemistry, biology, psychology, maths, English, sociology. It's so many different topics, so many different subjects rolled into one. It is so mentally stimulating, it's so challenging, it's very academic, and you have to have a lot of knowledge, and you're constantly learning. Like, once you're qualified, that's not it. You're constantly learning for the whole of your career. So I think that's one misconception that I've never obviously believed, because I think it's an amazing profession, because I want to go into it. But I think that's something that a lot of people need to unlearn, because it is just not true at all. Everyone who does nursing is incredibly intelligent, and we've all got different strengths and weaknesses, but at the end of the day, it's a very well-respected profession. And the last question, okay, this kind of feeds into what I said for question 4, but question 5 is it possible to successfully balance being a top university student with being a content creator, making money, and having a social life? It's definitely possible. In terms of being a top university student, I think it comes from diligence, having a schedule, being able to manage your time, and just having the ability to study. I think because I've come from a humanities background, the academic side of nursing, the writing the essays, doing the research, that comes quite naturally to me, because that's what I've been used to doing, because I've always enjoyed doing that. I always studied that when I was at school. So I can make time to do that. I can put a lot of work into it to get, those good results. Being a content creator, obviously I've only been doing kind of YouTube content creation for about 6 months, almost 6 months. It is difficult. I think it's easier because of lockdown. I've had more time to do things, more time to film, study, like spread out my time. So going back to uni, it might be a little bit of a struggle. I might have to kind of rearrange my priorities, especially with making money as well. But luckily, we've been given bursaries in nursing from the government, which we don't have to pay back. So that definitely helps our financial situation. Personally for me, I don't have like a part-time job, like I don't work in retail or anything. That's just my personal choice, because I want to put all of my focus into nursing, and I do tutoring on the side for extra money, but with the bursary that we all get given and student finance and extra things like that and money that I do get from some of my content creation, I'm able to kind of live comfortably enough to not need to work. I could if I wanted to, but personally I want to put all of my attention into my degree because it is an investment and I want to do the best that I can without stressing myself out too much. But everyone's different. A lot of people I know do have part-time jobs and can manage it fine. Obviously some people have kids and they have to work. It is doable, but obviously it depends on personal preference and personal kind of circumstances. In terms of social life, I guess because I don't have a set job, I just do, like, I work for myself with tutoring English literature and language, so I can set my times of when I work when I've got students. I have to work around my uni timetable, but whenever I do have free time, I'll make the time to see people who I want to see. Like, it is possible to still maintain strong friendships, strong relationships, and all of that whilst being a student nurse and creating content or having a job, anything like that. It means for me that I am quite busy because I have to take the time to edit things. I have to also put aside time to study and do my work and have some downtime, and it can get stressful. It can be quite overwhelming. Being a university student can be overwhelming sometimes. Being a nursing student can be overwhelming sometimes, not just because you're doing a degree, but because of, you know, you're working with sick children. And some of the things you see can be quite upsetting, but at the end of the day, you have to try not to take things home with you. And the thing that I just keep repeating about is just time management. Time management is so important. If you're poor at managing your time, you're going to find managing, making money, having a social life, and being a student really hard. So it comes with time. Learning how to manage your time comes with time, ironically, but it is possible. I've got a lot better at managing my time, so I feel like I am kind of prioritizing different things a lot better than I did before. Everyone's different, and I think it's just important to always keep your studies as one of your top priorities, of course, but the main priority always should be you, your mental health and your physical health. That comes before any other chore you have to do. My main message that probably comes from all the questions that I've answered is just that it is possible to do both. It is possible to study, be successful in your studies and still have a life and make money. You just have to really know what you want and work towards what you want, especially for sixth form students. Just know what you want, make that decision, make sure you're doing something that you love, and just roll with it. I know I kind of dragged out the answers to the questions quite a bit, but I'm hoping that was insightful for you guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, leave me a comment and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out First Rate Tutors, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.